Perception Bag. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Meet the Shoe. I'm Sade.
I'm Nina. What up, Monday?
Yes, we're I have our Monday night edition, and you know, it's like I've been feeling kind of like I don't know
Scared.
down because of what is going on in the world as far as President Trump strike Iran.
Right.
He first said he was going to do let everybody know what he's going to do in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
A couple days go by, he has hold a special office with just the Republicans and not the Democrats, and told them and the Republicans got together probably Friday night early, maybe Friday night early Saturday morning, and decided to strike Iran. They want to strike missiles to three buildings that supposedly held the uranium or the missile that will the bombs that would just get rid of that's really bad. That's would desecrate the world or different parts
Right.
of the world. And you're hearing this, you're like, oh my God, they done did this and that, and Iran is mad and pissed because they didn't want the United States to be involved because it's between them and Israel. And they thought they were going into a peace treaty, a peace meeting, and that didn't happen. So where did the miscommunication come in at where President Trump felt the need to defend Israel? I don't
I
understand it.
don't. Okay, so I'm glad you're explaining it to the audience. About what's going on. I don't understand why he felt the need to even go. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching it. I've been reading it. I'm still not grasping why he, like you're saying, why he wanted to insert himself. So I really don't have much education on that, right? To
Hmm.
inform
Hmm.
everybody because I've been reading it, but I like I
Right.
said, because isn't this true? Isn't the gas prices about to really skyrocket now?
Yes. So
And
both
that
places.
doesn't mean, and what people don't realize, that doesn't mean gas like the gas we put in our car. This is how we fuel how we eat,
Yeah.
right? How we, physically eat, right? How
Yeah.
we bathe, right?
Yeah.
This is really a tragedy to, I guess I am educating everybody because
Yeah.
people don't know that
Hmm.
this is really bad.
It is
And on
because
top of it, they're saying that they're gonna strike on US soil. Everybody should be terrified. But what
yeah.
could we do? There's nothing we could do, right?
No. No. And the thing
Just
is,
pray.
like, Jasmine Crockett was really upset because she didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, the only thing we can do as people of the United States is to keep our eyes open,
Right.
um, our head on a swivel, pretty much. Be careful. Be careful of where your surroundings. Going to big parties, concerts, and stuff like that. There are
Yeah.
going to be people, you know, coming to shoot things up. You think we got U.S. shooters? We're gonna have people that because it's people in I that's from Iran and stuff like that that live in the United States. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And all they have
Hmm.
to do is tell them, hey, strike this and strike that. It's gonna always be a opposition on U.S. soil, just like 9/11. Those people were living here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Amongst us and learned our
Hmm.
ways, learned everything. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Learned how to fly a plane, a U.S. plane, and all that for years.
Right.
And they struck with the 9/11 episodes with the plane. So there's people here for the same thing for Iran, just
Yeah.
waiting, they're sitting in different pods in different sections of the world
So
to
you
just
think that
strike
there's
back.
a lot of Iranian plants here?
Yes. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There are.
Um, I um I well, ooh, I don't like how that look, but I think that the best thing that we could do is pray. We
Yep.
don't have no control as the American people. We don't have no control of anything, right? Um He's not
No.
listening to us. He's doing everything that he wants to do, right? So
But you
it's
know what?
not
it's because he's running this country as a business. He
right.
wants money for himself. He wants that money to, build his personal wealth within him and his family legacy, the Trump family. That's it, and that's all. And if for him to, you know, he was helping Israel, basically,
Mhm.
allegedly, because
Right,
of the oil, the petrol, the
right,
gas, all that stuff runs the world
right,
through everything. So he wants that control. He wants to get that look that part be Israel split with United States.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. Now he's backpedaling, saying,
Mhm.
we need to have a peace treaty and do things the right way, which President Trump, you're not doing things the right way because the Constitution said you're supposed to come to a meeting and y'all talk about this. You know what I'm saying?
Before you strike, right?
Before you
Before you
strike,
strike.
yes. But the whole thing, his director of intelligence told him
Mhm.
twice back in March. They have studied the land of Iran, those three places that the uranium and the bomb is supposed to be built at. There was
Mhm.
nothing in those buildings. Nothing.
Wow.
Now that they go back, don't you
Mhm.
think if you bomb these places with missiles, it should have a double exposure blow up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Not
would
just the
think
missile.
that.
Yeah, you'll think something will be in the air and have people really sick and falling to death. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now they're saying there were no bombs there. There was nothing in those buildings, in those three buildings that they went in and attacked. There was nothing there. Now
Right.
they're saying, oh, the Iranians went there prior. We looked on some video footage that they had trucks and all this type of stuff pulling up and taking all the uranium and the bomb fixings and stuff out of there. Y'all should have saw
Dang.
that before that, right?
Right. You would think so. Mhm. I don't know. He's doing a lot of uh I'm attacking and say sorry. That's
Yeah,
stupid to me. Why are you attacking and then apologizing? It's
right.
just dumb. It's just
Mhm.
like racist people. You attack and then after you get caught and you see nobody's with it, then you
Right.
want to try to apologize. Oh, I want to send a public apology. Why? You knew what you was doing when you
You
did it,
knew
right? You
exactly
knew
what you.
exactly what you was doing when you did it. You know,
So
it's just
now
dumb.
they have Iran, which they done dropped some missiles today on
Right.
Israel,
Mm-hmm.
but Iran had to tell United States, well, this is what we doing.
Mm. I don't know. I think that we're gonna be the butt of the joke.
Oh yeah,
I think so because even though we have one of the strongest militaries, I'm not going against the
no,
United States military. That
no,
isn't it. The problem is the person that's making decisions isn't doing it properly.
no, he's not going through the steps of
So that's putting us all at risk.
right.
And is he making the decision for the American people? That's my thing. Why
He
aren't you making the right decision for the American people? That was
well,
the wrong move.
they asking, they're calling to impeach him now because you're doing things without Congress. Congress are the ones who are the decision makers.
Right. Isn't
So
Congress the ones who say strike and don't strike?
yeah, yep, yep.
Yeah, very sad.
There's no checks and balance at all. And
Wow.
in anything he has done in these 6 months, there's no checks and balance.
Yeah, very sad.
It is.
Well, on more stressful news, but a little bit lighter,
Right.
the Diddy trial. So today they said that the prosecution is going to rest this case by tomorrow, as early as tomorrow, no later than Thursday, right?
What?
And then the defense said that they're not calling any witnesses. They're not called. That's why I brought this black pillow for love, right? That's what Diddy says, right? Black love. You see that? Diddy,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Okay, so um the defense said that they don't have any witnesses.
Wow.
They feel like they got it in the can enough that everybody is saying, even Harvey, Harvey used to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
Head of TMZ. Nobody's seeing a RICO.
No.
Everybody's seeing a domestic violence.
Domestic violence and funky, nasty sex.
Yes,
That's it. That's all.
nobody was coerced.
No.
Nobody was forced. Here's the thing, though. They had to kick off 3 jurors.
I
They're
saw that.
forcing. Here's the deal. They're the judges forcing them to have to make a decision before the 4th of July. They said they will not be coming back after the 4th of
What
July.
I
So,
told you. Didn't I tell you it wasn't gonna last long? What I
yeah,
tell
you
you?
did. Yes, you did. You always said that from day one.
You was like, we talking about we going there in August. I said, no,
Yeah,
baby, we be
right.
going there in July.
Look, Sade, I said, and then wait, when you started saying that, right? When you started saying that, I started believing. I said, okay, well, let's go next month. Let's
Yeah.
just be there when the verdict, you want to be there when the verdict is heard,
How much
right?
the tickets
Especially
go?
it being federal, right?
Right.
Baby, they done, honey. Ain't no flight, ain't catching no flight up there now.
We'll have to drive quick. Y'all
Yeah.
can't
Drive up there when? On Saturday, get there Sunday. Child, that would be
we
something
can
else,
push
honey. That would be something for the books, honey, to
you.
get
You
that
know
journalism on it.
that we can drive that. We ain't
We
got no
could do
problem
it, girl.
driving. You
We
know
could
how we
do it
do.
in 24 hours. Like we could go
Oh
there, do
yeah.
the look, and then come back. But see,
Yeah, of
we
course.
don't know if they're gonna read the verdict back because they're forcing them, Sade. They are
That
forcing the jury to get it done. The defense say they don't got nobody. There's not one. How not one person is not gonna testify for Diddy? That's so
that's
sad. Not one.
that's messed up. Well, I could have. I would bet Kanye West would have, but he's not in his right mind state. They don't want him to stand. Mm-mm.
What is he gonna say?
Shit, I don't know. Shit, some off the wall.
There's no defense there. They have no defense. And then everybody's like, oh, Charlemagne and all of them. Take the stand, take the stand. It's easy for you to say.
Right.
It's
It's
easy for
hard to
you to
take.
say, but that's not it, baby. That's not it. And even with
But you know what? He could have taken a stand and took the position of the yes, I messed up. I was fighting my girlfriend. We fought each other back and forth.
well,
We
no,
were
they said
almost
that in the beginning. He said that in the beginning.
yeah.
He said
We were
that's
both
all
on
he's
that.
guilty of for what you seen on the tape. That's it. Not to take my life away for 30 years to life. That's the argument. Not to take my life away. So
Yeah, that don't make sense. Not to take your life away 20, 10, 20 years for you being a nasty, dirty freak. A nasty thing.
yep. Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all catch
Thank you
up with us
guys.
on Wednesday. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank